This may very well be the penultimate episode to this Let's Play series. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome back to our Let's Play series here on Kalon. Today, we are going to be working on the beaches, and if you're anything like me, then the beaches are basically one of the last things that you're actually working on when you're decorating an island. I didn't want to end this series with a beach episode though, because that just seemed a little bit not so exciting to me, so I decided to make it the penultimate episode, and then we'll once again work on a few more like land pieces next time. I would say I'm gonna go and grab my storage shed, my workbench, my pipe maybe, and then we're first gonna take stock of all the beaches currently and kind of think about things that we do want to change, and then we'll make our way all around. Part of the beach is still currently used as my flower storage, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we'll tackle those and we'll take care of the beaches. Okay, so the very first beach is this one in the back right, which is pretty much done. I think I'm gonna call this completely done actually. Hi Flurry, smelling the flower. Great, great visual right there. So this beach is just by T-Bone's house and also next to a big like hyacinth lake that I did. So what I did here is I just kind of put a couple of bunnies down. T-Bone is like a very animal loving sort of villager, so I wanted to kind of include those here. I also have a few turtles back here with a tiny little fake building just because I thought that was sort of cute against this, like against the sky and on the rock. And then I, of course, also added some of those hyacinths to kind of bring those from the lake all the way to the beach. And we do also have the coconut trees because they're going to be pretty much everywhere. So this beach is basically already done. Next up is the one that you saw right at the start of the video. So this is kind of behind Gala's place, and Gala loves to take care of flowers. So I also wanted to bring that across over to the beach. And so she is taking care of a bunch of like white hyacinths here. She's got some pink flowers over on the peninsula, and then the blue flowers are on the beach once again with a couple of coconut trees and some more weeds and stuff as well. So that beach also check. And now we're coming up to the part that still needs a little bit of work, but as you can see, we do actually have a lot of stuff here already because we have worked on this before. I think a bunch of episodes ago. I'm actually not entirely sure how long ago it was, but as you can see, this one is kind of like your, I guess like, yeah, I don't know, traditional generic beach. We do have these beach chairs with that lovely daisy coat, which I really do like. Lots and lots of different coconut trees and different sizes. I've already put down a couple of codes as well. We have some ducks. We also have a wave breaker right here, and then I just added a little sand castle just by Gala's house. The coconut trees are pretty much all planted. The only thing missing here, I would say, are essentially some weeds and some flowers. Oh, and plus, let's take a quick look at the codes. All these can be found on my website, by the way, which I will link in the description box as usual. And then as for like beach codes, I still have, so I've used the turtles and I have seen this like seagull shadow before. I do want to still use the sand heart, which honestly I feel like on this beach would make a lot of sense because this is actually a beach where like people would be, so we could add this little sand heart. And then I don't think we've used these turtles, which I think we're going to use on the left hand side towards like a bit more of an empty space. So I would say, because there's really nothing else but flowers and weeds missing, I'm gonna go ahead and put down my storage shed right here, just in case I will be needing a few more things. And then I also apparently did find a cooking recipe, so there is a chance I don't have this yet. Oh, there we go. Because I think I have a solid number of DIYs at this point. I'm nowhere near close to having them completely filled or anything. But yeah, the cooking, the actual recipes, those I am still trying to find. Okay, but I would say I'm gonna go ahead and fill up my pocket with a bunch of flowers, and then I will see you back on this beach. And there we are. So I've grabbed 2 of each of the flowers that I like to use on this island, and I also found some more like flower bags in my storage, which I thought might be quite cute because they don't actually grow. They can be quite fun to use on the beach. All right. Now, in this case, since I don't have to worry about trees at all, which is quite nice, I am literally just going to go around and find a couple of fitting flowers. I definitely don't want to overdo it though. I want the beach to not feel like it's over decorated or like overdone, which is kind of like why I like using a whole bunch of just like weeds or these flower starts. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do. I might have to shift them around a bit, but there's not really any like, I don't know. I feel like there's not really even any concept to this. I'm just kind of trying to not decorate every tile, I guess, generally. And then so I feel like this is sort of a good amount of decorating. Perhaps this could also be a tiny little weed, but so it'll kind of be like a little spotty, if that makes sense. And then of course I will try to not double any of the flowers that you see on like the adjacent piece of land. So in this case, I feel like I want this here to be a flower as well, but it's gonna be kind of tough because this is a flower immediately. Maybe we could go with something pink. I do see a mum literally right there though, which was actually what I wanted to use. And then I see a lily a little further back, but perhaps a lily could be all right. Because I think something blue is going to be too obvious. It's not really my favorite though. It is not really my favorite. I don't really see a lily of the valley, so maybe this is going to be the lily of the valley instead. Yeah, why not, right? Why not? I feel like that's kind of cute. Like I said, this will just be, we'll try around, we'll test, we'll replant. That's basically the process here. And then we'll always just take a step back and kind of admire our work, I guess, if we can do that. And then, yeah, or change it if it doesn't work. I also, for the other beaches, could definitely see including a few more like shell items. I know I've used a bunch of like shell things all across the island, and you know, this is kind of the time, like the beach is kind of a good moment to use it. Okay, what types of weeds do I have again? Okay, so we've got the like clovers, the light green ones, and then the dark green like clumps. Okay. Maybe this could be like a light green clump. Oh yeah, planting and replanting weeds on the beach is also something I will just do so much. Great. All right. Now I feel like we should use a pink one soon, but there is a pink one just back there. So I'm gonna say this will be a white flower. And then I see a tulip. Maybe the pink mum, I think it was, is far enough away for this to somewhat work. Yeah, also could have been a Cosmo. And maybe even a tile over, but I think maybe that will glitch into that little ball right there. So we're just gonna have to work with it. Okay, let's try the Cosmo. I actually love the pansies on the beach because they really look just like they're like small little greens. I plan on using those as like a substitute for turnips, essentially. I've got a couple of like pansy starts over on the other side, which will basically be little like turnip plants, which will be interesting because I am storing them on the beach because that's where they don't grow, so I can keep them in that stage, but that's obviously not what they're staying as. So we'll have to see what we do with all that stuff in a second, since of course I do also still have a piece of land that needs a bit of my attention as well. But that's always the problem when you get closer to finishing an island, is that you have to juggle the place or like the room that you even still have, which is never really my favorite part. And then I also tend to run out of things like shovels. I also tend to run out of things. I tend to run out of shovels. I tend to run out of things like a boba drink or anything to like dig up trees. And also I tend to then run out of flowers. But since I can't store them anyway, I have to get them to order, basically. And that process can be a bit of a hassle, but yeah. Ooh, this little toothbrush mug is like a very cutesy color. I feel like I've not really seen that customization before. Oh, great, a pink shovel. Doesn't that sound like a perfect ending to this decorating time here on Kalon? I feel like it does. All right, let's go back to the beach then. Oh, and also I forgot the little heart. Would this maybe be a good moment for the little sand heart? I think Flurry might be following me around today. Oh, this is cute. Oh my god, even with like the little footsteps in there. I think we're probably gonna bring another one over here. Let me see where I'd like to have another flower. Definitely something pink again. Maybe there? Just because I feel like you're gonna mostly see it from this perspective, right? So I kind of want the flower to look great from like that spot over there. Maybe we can try around with another hyacinth. Like so. And then, ooh, or this would be the hyacinth and we'll make that, we'll maybe even make that one blue or that one is pink. Okay, wait, let me see. So which ones do I still have in pink? The mum, which I just planted here, the windflower, which is just there, and the hyacinth. All right. So maybe this will be a blue hyacinth instead, and then this will be a pink lily instead. And then I feel like that could be sort of a good balance. Yeah, why not? And then maybe this here could be like another heart. I said I wouldn't over decorate the beaches, didn't I? It's always a bit of a balancing act with me, isn't it? I do tend to still over decorate, honestly. And then I think something I might do for the DA is I'm gonna go and maybe even take away all of these like sand dollars and just kind of drop the conches instead. If I remember to do so. I actually won't make a promise here because I feel like I might forget, but it's just that that orange, like that coral color sort of thing, doesn't really match 100%. And also this one doesn't. And the conches are quite cute, plus like maybe the summer shells, which technically don't even appear at this minute because obviously, well, you know, summer shell. But that would be cute, right? I think that would be cute. Or Venus comb and conches. Those kind of work. I think this is fine though. And then, you know, maybe this could just be another planted little start right here. I kind of want to... Would the shells already work? Because I do think that you can plant them if for like a DA. Like I do think that the changes are reflected. I'm just not sure how much like time traveling will impact it, because obviously in order to finish this island I will still have to time travel a bunch. I just have a feeling that if I go back and forth now, it'll still kind of change the appearance and I might have to do it on the day of uploading the DA. And so I feel like I don't want to pay too much attention right now to that. So maybe I'll just keep it in the back of my mind or something. Okay, I'm quite happy with like this frame here though. I think, you know, having a little bit of pink from the Moroccan footrest is quite nice. And then just a few of those little hearts. Oh yeah, Flurry is now reading up on the flowers. Awesome. Very cute. And then this is mostly like in between things. You can barely even see these flowers. So, you know, I don't want to waste too much and like, yeah, just put too much attention to it. But I still want to put something here. So I'll just kind of run around, do a couple of things. I think this here should be something blue for sure. Maybe this is enough space to have distance from the pansy. Because yeah, over there to the left on that little pathway, that was the pansy that was basically constantly visible. Okay. Yeah, I like that, I think. And then what do we have here? We do have a lot of hyacinths. We obviously have a lot of pink. So I'm wondering if maybe we bring in another like blue flower. Just how about here? Oh, okay. I cannot plant it just in front of the sapling. Can I maybe then bring it like in front of the sandcastle? Or maybe where the stunted tree is currently. Maybe this is better. And then I want to see if that interferes with the pansy here. No, I think that's fine. And then you are probably just going to be a little planted mum. And then this is where I could maybe drop like another shell. I think that works. Okay, and then this tree still has to be stunted, which perspective-wise might actually be best to do from the front. Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see here, but really, I think that's okay. And plus, this could be another flower. This could be another flower. And then also something over to the left here. So we got like a nice little, you know, three... What is that called? Like I guess like a triangle of flowers, but like putting things in groups of 3, I feel like aesthetics wise is always a good idea actually. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of hyacinths to the left. That might be far enough away. So let's put one here. And then I don't think I've seen a whole bunch of cosmos in this area. So we're gonna actually throw down a cosmo and see if that works. I think so. I think so. And then you are going to be a mum. And like this is probably going to be a clump of weed. And then I think maybe this is going to be a clump of weed and just right there as well. Oh, maybe a different one. Let's do the... Nope. Let's do the light green. Sometimes I hope that like manifesting might help, but it usually really doesn't. I should have learned by now. I should have learned by now. Or should that be something else that's like planted maybe? I have like a shell lamp already over to the back there, so I feel like a shell lamp would be weird. But I mean we could also of course shift the sandcastle. Like underneath the tree here. You do see it better in the previous spot though. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a shell. I don't want to overthink the beaches because, okay, I actually would like to know this. If you visit an island, do you pay a lot of attention to beaches or not really? Because like for me, it depends. I think if they're like overly, I mean, what is overly decorated? But if they're like actually decorated like a lot, then I will definitely pay attention to them. But if they're kind of like more or less natural, I will kind of run over them a little bit more quickly. Like I feel like I don't pay attention to them super closely, if that makes sense. All right, but I feel like I would call this beach done as well. So let's move on to the next one. Now this beach here is essentially the one that you see from the airport when you arrive. And I have kind of put this little log stake fest. I apparently haven't customized everything the same way. I've got some yachts, and then I've got this area over here to my able sisters with a whole bunch of like clothing. There's also this like workshop area and then a whole bunch of the clothing like being displayed, I guess, for the shopping district. So once again, I don't have to worry much about trees, which is very nice. There are, however, a couple of like things I might have to change. Number one is I think, you know, switching up the log stakes so they're all the same colors. So in my case, or in this case, I would actually want to switch these two here to be the white log stakes because I have done that for all the others and I feel like that one looks quite coastal, although I feel like the lighter wood one also looks quite like romantic, and so it kind of still works. I do think this is a little bit better. I have a weird feeling about maybe not being able to place them back down again because of the tree just behind it. But that is also something we can figure out, I'm sure. And then once again, oh no, this one should be fine. Oh, but right, I can't, yeah, I can't twist it is the problem. Okay, well now what if I place this one here first, the one to the right-hand side, and then I kind of put the other one like in there. Oh, I cannot. Okay. So we're gonna have to go back there in a second. The other thing is I like this to have a custom design underneath. We're probably going to go for my basic tiles that I use all the time. But just sometimes I like to have custom designs for specific things because they make everything look like a bit more grounded, I guess. I think that this isn't going to be a custom design, is it? Yeah, okay, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, you were pulled in like this. And then you need to be another custom design. Should I also put some of these underneath the yachts? as well. I think so. I mean, I've used like custom designs underneath everything else. Why wouldn't I put it under that, you know? Okay, and then this was also lock stakes, which I think makes the tiles perfectly fine that way. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, I think. And then in that case, I can also place the lock stakes here back down. There we go. Alrighty. Now, how was the spacing? I mean, essentially, it was like this entire space filled with, like, I mean, the yachts were here, but because they're such big items, it's probably like this entire space just being filled with tiles, if I'm not wrong. So I'm gonna be, yeah, I'm just gonna plaster them throughout. I don't think I'm gonna mind the tiles there. I've actually really liked using this. We're gonna do that. And then they're like 3 tiles long. I'm also just gonna assume that the code is fine if I place it like this as well. And then we're gonna bring it a little bit closer in. And then fill it up here with another corner piece and another center piece. Perfect. Now I just need to figure out from which side I have to place the yachts. Not from this one. Not from this one. Okay. We'll start with that one then, which I believe was pushed a bit closer to the water. And then we'll bring back down this one as well. Yeah, all right. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. How about I use my little seagull shadow a little bit more, because I really love that code a lot. And I feel like I've used it, I think I used that on my very first island, which was Neverland, a plant core island, back in 2000 oh god. I started in 2020. I think I finished it in 2021, just before the update hit. I was very sad because I couldn't use any of the new items. But this was one of the codes I used on the beach, and I really like it. Every time I visit that island, I'm reminded of the fact that I really like that. Okay, you have to go because I can't picture this right now. We have one there and there. How about we put another one just right next to this coconut tree here? Okay. And then as for codes, I think that's all right. I already put some tiles underneath all this. I've already obviously placed down the trees. Thank you, Pasmaline, for that, by the way. lots of saved decision power today, which I do appreciate a whole bunch. And then I guess once again, it is up to the not trees, no, up to the flowers and weeds. And I might actually just check if I can find some more like pansy seeds in the shop maybe. I was actually able to find some pansy seeds in the shop today, and I also went ahead and filled up my flowers again. So now everything should be filled, and we have pretty much all range to choose from once again. So, all right, I did run through a pink hyacinth back here, so I have to keep maybe that one in mind. And I do see a blue hyacinth over to the left. However, I think like perspective-wise, I want to try having another one here, kind of like that, or maybe even better, you know what, maybe even better to the very left there. And then I know that there's a lily of the valley to the right-hand side, but I think they're maybe perhaps subtle enough, maybe not. I was like, maybe they're subtle enough to have them so close together, but maybe not. Okay, how about a white Cosmo instead? This is incredibly laggy at this point. I cannot believe how laggy this part has gotten. Like even all the way to the beach, I'm just like, if everything feels a little bit like it's in slow motion almost. But that's all right. Okay, how about we maybe put another flower here? And then maybe this is where I can do the first pansy seed. But you see how like beautifully just like green they are? I really like that. I really like that. Okay, I was like picturing that a bit further to the back though. We're gonna put that here. And then add, I guess, maybe a weed right to this spot. Yeah, maybe that's okay. And then also we could do something planted here. Bring another wheat to the front. And then what would I put there? There's a lily just behind, so that would literally be right there. But something pink might make sense. Okay, let's put this in my pocket so I can view that a bit more clearly. Okay, how about a windflower? These are quite attention grabbing, so they're like not always my favorite. But maybe the windflower. And then also something I could maybe do is I could do a little puddle code. I have chosen this one, which kind of still does work on the beach. And we can just put like, we can drop like a shell or something. And then I think I'm okay with this. I definitely like to have a flower somewhere here, which I'm tempted to do another pink one. Or maybe this is going to be the lily of the valley. And then the pink one moves just a tile over, like here. And then maybe this could be the lily. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, here's their shadow, so we got to keep that in mind. I'm thinking another shell dropped somewhere there. Maybe this could be another pansy seed. Okay, and then maybe not like another flower here. Actually, it's quite good to maybe try and plan this with like just these holes that you dig everywhere, because they're still quite present. So you can kind of imagine something being planted there, which I quite like. Okay, maybe something white over here. I see a tulip on this side, but that might be fine. Because a mama's right there, lily is right there. And then hyacinth I think I don't want, because I want maybe this to be a blue one. Which apparently I've already used both of the blue hyacinths. Yeah, but they're quite far away, so that's fine. I think this would be fine, but maybe like over just behind the lock stakes instead. And then the other option is the Cosmo, but the Cosmo is also far enough away. Maybe the Cosmo is better. Okay. Test. I might notice a couple of things here as well when I edit that are not going to be my favorite. Sometimes that can happen. Yeah, I mean, this part here seems a little bit open right now. I'm trying to think of whether I like the hyacinth where it is, but I think I may do like that there. Wow. Okay. And then perhaps like this could be another flower, which then would also be something pink again, I guess. Now we could try the mum. Yeah, and then we're just gonna put another, maybe even here. Okay, maybe not the clover. I've used too many clovers in this part. No, not the clover. Oh my god, see, this is what I'm talking about. Choosing weeds on the beach. My gosh. And then something else here. Actually, a little further up. Okay, that's just a bit more visible. Yes. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna make this one here a little lily of the valley. And then maybe something else here. Can I do... Okay, tulip is right there. Got a hyacinth on top of the cliff. I've got the windflower, maybe a lily. And then I want to check if I want to bring something over here. I feel like this isn't going to be a flower. This might be a pansy, which I think works. And then maybe we can bring another flower like here, or a tile over like there. And then maybe to the front. To the front or kind of here. Yeah, maybe let's do this. I kind of want to do... I almost want to do a blue hyacinth again. Maybe pansy works. Maybe a pansy works. Yes. And then this is just going to be a weed then, I think. So is this here, I think? And then I believe we can also bring one more in the center here. All of them are the same right now, so that's also not great. Yeah, there we go. And then from this perspective, I want there to be something pink. I want to go with a mum, maybe. Okay, Daisy, what do you think? I think that's all right. I think that's all right. You know, as far as beaches go, hey, I feel like that's fine. That's fine. This could be a little shell here, just there, something dropped. Maybe here, or maybe this will be left open, the puddle. Okay, one more thing I want to see is maybe this one is brought next to the coconut instead. Oh, this part here is laggy as heck. And then just for my personal feeling, we'll do maybe a wheat here. Yeah. All right. So would that maybe be the next beach done? Question mark? I think so. Okay, and now this is where it gets a bit more complicated. We've got Dottie here already. This is basically Dottie's hood. This is basically her house. Her house is here just across this bridge. And then we've got a couple of areas that we just worked on pretty recently. One of them is this yacht repair shop that belongs to Hornsby. And then we've also got this like open house plot and this picnic spot right here. And then Dottie loves to do yoga. So Dottie deserves a yoga beach or like a yoga area. This is still one of the open things I still have to do in the last episode. And then obviously we still have a decent chunk of beach left open here. Now there's a couple of things to pay attention to. Number one, this is currently my flower storage, which is not great. Number two, this is supposed to be part of the path from this bridge here leading across the beach to this path here. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of pathing. And number three, it is supposed to have a little bit of yoga. So I guess there's like two options now. Option number one is I kind of ignore that for a second and I move, I like focus on this part of the beach first, or we can also do them like a bit simultaneously, if I'm honest. I will have to rearrange a couple of things. I can still store some things on the beach. And we'll kind of start with this one, which is actually my personal preference just because it's a bit of a bigger beach. So what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, maybe slightly off video just because it's just moving around things, is I'm going to put down my workbench and my workstation and everything here. I did also have the other pipe, which just has to be put down here as well. And then I'm gonna go run to the back of the beach where I have my fossils buried. So there's like 6 fossils there, so they don't spawn all over the island anymore. I'm gonna take those and I'm actually just gonna bury them on the already decorated beaches just in between. So these are gyroids, which I can just put into my storage because these don't matter. But the 6 fossils you can actually bury on your island so that the others, like there's no more than that showing up. I will just put them into the beaches that I've already done because then towards the end I can just dig them up and then that's it. And that way I kind of get them out of the way for this specific purpose. Okay, fossils have been moved. Now let's go ahead and move these flowers. I'll see how many I can, I guess, fit in my pockets, and I will definitely use like the back left of the beach to store some of these. I will have to go and get more from a treasure island anyway. All right, now with these here already gone, maybe we can get started planting some trees, or actually first the path including some trees, I guess. I'll go start my construction or island designer. Wow, I'm missing lots of Animal Crossing terms today. And then I will go and take, so I think I'm using this one. I will go ahead and take this basic like middle tile, which I'm guessing would maybe be this one here. And then I'm just gonna kind of try to make my way from like the one side to the other with like the general shape that I think might be good. This one might even be kind of going two separate places. So it might just be like a patch, sort of like this maybe. And then we can even start like a new one. I'm gonna have to go back in maybe and change a few of these tiles to include some trees. Trees will definitely help this beach part along. I love that Dottie is just always super on brand. Okay, I would love to have a tree probably here. Now I can only work with coconut trees in this case, obviously. So we're gonna have to see how that goes, but we're gonna do a few different sizes of it. I quite like coconut trees, as you can see, or like coconut trees on the beaches at least. As you were able to see, I think, on the other beaches I have used quite a few of them. So I don't really mind doing that here either. Okay, that's gonna be an interesting start to the path, but you know, kind of works. And then I guess it'll kind of just work around the coconut trees then. So sort of like this, and then maybe it'll go down a bit. It can kind of be like this. Okay, sorry, Dottie. Gotta go work around you here. And then I think we're gonna do like a patch once again so that this isn't such a long, like straight piece. Excuse me, can you just... There we go. That works better for me. I know you're offended, but it just had to... He's like, no, excuse me, I was working right here. I was working out right in this spot right there. Okay, I'm sorry, Dottie. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, let's go and see if this actually will work out. So we're gonna go take the upper right-hand corner and just kind of put them in wherever space we need. I think these are the only ones already. Actually, wait. Nope, that's gonna be a separate part, I think. Okay, upper left then. I think this was supposed to be maybe upper left. And then maybe this needs to... This would have needed to be in a corner as well. Okay, we're gonna have to go back in anyway, because, you know, I'll put down all the corner pieces and side pieces, oops, and make mistakes, again, of course. But I will also... Only after I've put all this down, I will see if like my general plan sort of worked. I just feel like sometimes for like bigger areas such as this one, it is almost a little bit easier to put together like a shape like that and then kind of add on all the pieces instead of laying them down tile by tile. But I do also do that a lot. So I don't know. It just kind of, it always kind of depends on the specific areas, I guess. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to break this up. There's a lot of straight pieces here. Not really the biggest fan of that with this pathing. Okay. Now let me use this one again, which was here. And then I have the bottom side piece. Great, Dottie. You're doing great work. She is so cute. She really is cute. I honestly, if you have not had Dottie on an island before, I can definitely recommend it. I didn't really expect to... Or did I? I don't know. I mean, I do like her a lot. Obviously, I wouldn't have invited her like otherwise, but I am sort of surprised at how much I ended up liking her simply just because she adapted to the theme so well. Like, we gave her that like entire like yoga storyline, and she was just like, bet. She was like, I understood my role, and you will just find me doing yoga all the time. And that just really helped, you know, that really helped, and made me really like her, because you can find her like more than you can't in front of her house doing yoga. Like, she's doing yoga more than she's not, although I guess she was kind of more like warming up just before. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's basically the same. It's basically the same. She's being the little sporty like bunny that I thought that she was, so it's all good. Okay, path is looking a tiny bit interesting. This part right here is a little bit interesting, but you know what? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. We're still missing some side pieces right there. Yeah, and then see, there's moments like this where I'll just like wipe like both away. And then because both of them are different ones, I'll just stand and put them down with my phone. Okay, but this might work. This might work. I hope that this can be a tree. I'm actually still sometimes torn on the trees when it comes to the beaches. I feel like on land, these days I can kind of tell mostly if it's going to be able to be a tree or not. But on the beaches, I do sort of struggle with it still. Okay, I think this would be a nice shell partition, like right there. Once the tree has grown in, maybe a bit closer to the water, depending on the flowers. Also, and I feel like, you know, having the tree here would maybe make this a little bit less awkward, because I feel like that also looks a tad weird right now. Okay, anyway, we're gonna wait for the trees to grow in. I do think we should definitely have a tree like here, maybe. And then also, I mean, technically like this, oh my gosh, this here? Maybe it's actually okay if you see the mainland. I'm gonna plant a few coconuts, right? And then we might move them around, but I think it might make sense to just have a few already planted. Usually does help a bit. Okay. All right. And then, how many more slots do I have open? 3 more. I'm gonna start moving my flowers, and I'm gonna get them all fully moved, and then, yeah, I'll see you again in just a second. All right, I have moved a few more, and then I would say just before time traveling, let's go plant a couple more trees, and also I think we can put down a little bit more path. So I haven't done, obviously, any of the land decorating. I am picturing a tiny little yoga spot right here by the water. I feel like Dottie would absolutely love that. And then, so I want to keep a window open to kind of look at that one. Plus, I want to have a bit more yoga over here to the side as well, so that maybe she can give classes while she's on here. And then everyone who's following the classes can be over to the beach. So I'm imagining if I'm standing here for this to be nicely framed, so we are either going to have like a big like coconut tree there, or like maybe here. Although I think in terms of coverage, I am leaning towards this one, because if I imagine this to be like a tall coconut, then the leaves would nicely blend into that cliff back there. However, I do think we can already have one here as well. And then everything from here on back obviously still is a bit of storage, but as you can see, it's basically just next to either the yacht repair store here or just natural things. And then this part all the way back here is just next to my like viewing cliff. So this is kind of where I've moved my flowers to right now. All this will honestly just be like, yeah, just natural beaches more or less. So I'll put down some coconut trees, maybe some wave breakers, maybe some flowers. But so I don't really want to encourage people to even go there necessarily. If they do, that's all right, but it's not going to be like a main path. So I think I'm going to want to keep everything kind of in this main part. So I'm thinking we could continue the path like a little bit more. So maybe you can just like walk into the yoga part, but maybe we can end the pathing like right here. So sort of like this shape is a bit interesting because we do have some, you know, this could just be like a long straight piece, but I don't want that to be a long straight piece, obviously. So maybe like this, maybe 2 separate pieces and patches. We're gonna get back there in just a bit. And then this could be planks, or you know what, Dottie, sorry, you're like actually in my way once again. Maybe this can just be one singular patch of sand pathing. I cannot believe she is still here, or like once again in the spot where I'm working on. Okay, well, let me try it like this then. And then Dottie does not even have to move. Like magic, I'm putting down the path just underneath her feet. Isn't that great? That's great. Okay, yeah, let's go try this. All right, that was a bit unnecessary, I feel like, because oh, this might be better done like this. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's do a continuous path first. I don't think I'm gonna like that though. Okay, I'm gonna need the upper left corner here. And here. And then I need, what is it, the lower left? Maybe lower left here, or I think more like there. Okay. And then let me try this. So I'm gonna need upper. I'm gonna need the center and center again. Yeah, but you can kind of already tell, like, or you can see why I was not sure this was gonna work, and I don't think it does. So let me figure out. First of all, it's symmetrical, which is not it. Okay, what about this being the curved thing instead? And then that's where it ends. So it's basically the same shape as this, but just flipped around. But it's one of my favorite shapes when it comes to this patch, like this patchy pathing that I sometimes like to do. So in that case, it'd be like this, and then a centerpiece. Yeah. And then I think it would have to be... Okay, wait, I'm trying to see the shape in front of my eyes. Which is a bit of an interesting sentence, but oh well. Okay, and then this is the corner piece, and then maybe we actually bring this a bit further, and it goes all the way until this point right there. Is that gonna be too straight looking? I wonder. Okay, side piece. Maybe this is gonna be the slightly open piece. Maybe like this? Question mark? Let's see. And then we could bring in a coconut tree all the way to the front there, which could help kind of, you know, mask it a bit and make it a bit cuter. And then I also think we should have a coconut tree, like I said, with the framing aspect, maybe like here or a tile over. And then we can have one more like to the front, like a smaller one to the front. Maybe here. There. And then maybe here. Okay. That's a lot of trees planted. I gotta go take a look at those. I don't think anything below a second stage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get myself a new coffee and time travel 2 days, and I'll see you in like a second. And as promised, here we are once again, and we have a lot of tiny baby trees. I don't think any of them are actually gonna stay this way. Even this one here, I feel like that's almost a little bit too small, isn't it? But then at the same time, yeah, like, I don't know, a little bit of variety in the trees might also not be a bad idea. I might let it grow, and then you know what I'll do instead is I'll plant 2 more back here that I might just use as like second stage. So like, yeah, second day growth, basically. And then I can swap those in if I prefer it. But as of right now, I feel like I kind of might prefer the taller tree. So I would say, let's skip 1 more day. Yeah, I think this is a little bit more like it. Okay. So I would say this one here should probably stay the way it currently is. And I don't think I have any fruit with me. Great. Okay. And then just judging these 3, I feel like this one here should be the fully grown, and then this should also be the stunted one. I think maybe this one actually be fully grown. We will go stunt this one. We'll definitely go stunt this one because I don't want it to take away too much from the yoga spot. Same thing I feel like for this. Okay, I'll definitely look at this fully grown. I'm not sure my plan with the cliff is gonna fully work out, but I'm gonna take a look at it. We might have to adjust these 2 here just from their position, I think. And then I feel like actually this one, I might want to see this one fully grown as well. And then I can't really decide here, but I feel like one of them should be should be kept small as well. And the other two I might also stun just so I have some second stage trees to test out. So I do need some like pears or peaches or something. Pears. Let's go. And then let's go stunt all these trees. And then we're going to have to, what is it, the 10th already? No, the 9th. Okay, good. So I can time travel one more day and still keep some of the pink trees. Although I guess for the beach decorating, it's not even that important. But it's still kind of nice to know which trees are like surrounding the beach. So I know kind of what flowers to use later on. Okay. And then y'all are stunted. See, I think maybe this one here could actually be a small one. Yeah, that might be better. And then you were supposed to be a stunted tree. Okay, this will be decorated in the next episode, of course. We are gonna probably do the beach decorating though. Over here, I feel like there's not gonna be anything super exciting. This is just gonna be some flowers, etc. But then here, I'd like to have some yoga. I don't like this path though. I think we're gonna adjust this path also, keeping in mind that there might be some yoga mats close by. So I'm gonna actually bring this way further down and do like a corner piece. Probably just end it earlier here too. How do I feel about if it does go up high? Like so. No, I don't think I like that. I don't think I like it. I feel like we just should keep this path relatively to the bottom so that I can just do a little bit more with the decorations. I don't know how much I'll do in this space, to be fair, but just a little bit more, I guess. It's a good explanation. Okay, so we'll close this up here. Same thing there. Might actually make this a tad bigger. So I can curve the other side downwards also. So it's kind of like this. Oh, oopsie. One more, please. Here we go. Yeah, of course, in the grand scheme of things, I think the path looks a little bit less awkward. So maybe that's all right. And then I also think I'm gonna want to have another tree like here. Here, which is going to be a fully grown one. Yeah, let's go and switch out this one to the front where I just said maybe it's cuter if that's a small one. Let's switch out that one with this one, and here it can just continue growing, and then I'll go grab a small one. Oh God, they're tiny. This isn't the, oh yeah, these are like actually tiny ones. This is just the first day. Okay, that's all right. We can plant it and let it grow. Because like that, I was like, that's too tiny. That's almost just as tall as the sapling is. Okay. Yeah, so I would say one more day until all these trees are grown. Okay, second stage is definitely better here. And then once again, I have a little bit of a change of plans. First, I think this tree is a little bit too big. Oh, and I made a path mistake here. I think it doesn't make, I'm sorry that my thoughts are so all over the place, but I feel like these last few bits are always kind of like an organizational, hassle. So I decided it doesn't really make sense to decorate this beach when the part behind it isn't done yet. So instead, I'll backtrack a bit. And then we'll focus on this beach first, and then we'll do the other like beach part with Dottie's house in the next, aka last episode. Okay, so I'm talking about this part back here, and then also this part. There's still a couple of flowers. We'll have to tackle it as we go because I'm literally running out of space at this point. And I thought I'd do one of my more like basic decoration ideas for the beach, which is wave breakers. They offer like a decoration that sort of makes sense on the beach, and it still kind of looks good too, I think. I don't know, I find them quite a good thing to use for the beach. I also think that generally, you know, you could really do awesome things for your beach decorations. Like I've seen some amazing pictures, especially for like a coastal theme. I am gonna be honest with you though, I am just kind of over it at this point. Like, I think it's just time for me to wrap this island up. I know you've heard me say that a few times in the past episodes as well, but I truly think I'm just starting to like run out of like patience for this island, I think. And then that usually isn't really the best sign. So yeah, we're just gonna go and try to focus on finishing it. So, I think we could have a tree here and then maybe here. Again, I'm not super sure what of these spots can be trees. So at the end of the day, we're going to probably have to try around a bit. But I think this should all be fine. I feel like towards the rocks is usually a quite like difficult place, but I think all of these should be totally okay. And then also this one here, because I know that you can place them very close to the edge of the regular land. And once again, we're not really going to encourage anyone to really even go here. So I just want this to feel quite like natural seeming, coconut trees, some flowers, all of that. Okay, maybe like there too. God, this is going to be confusing with all those flower holes there. Maybe this here can just be like a very small one. I don't know if it would make sense to kind of keep or to use the small tree from earlier. I think I'm just gonna plant my own. Maybe like this. I'm definitely gonna have something here, I think, and then I'm already out of coconuts at this point. And also, you know what? I think this is gonna be where I use the turtle code from earlier. So I'm just gonna put down a few of these because obviously they're kind of like traveling together with all their siblings, I think. I think technically they're like walking towards the water, obviously. So we should have used these on the other side. Because I think turtles usually come out their shells somewhere on land or like closer to shore, and then they make their way over to water, which is, you know, very cute, but also sometimes very heartbreaking. Okay, knowing that now, maybe I don't use it then. Because that's a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, so maybe we just use the seagull one. Because I don't know. Just knowing it now is weird. I shouldn't have thought about it. But then someone would have probably pointed that out in the comments, and then I would have felt weird about it. So perhaps we do it this way around. We just do seagulls everywhere. They're quite a coastal thing. So, you know, that's not too far off. And then maybe that we could keep this open. We just include like a little bit of fence there. I want to kind of see if that looks okay. And then I mean like sort of same thing here again. So we're gonna have a tree kind of close to the cliff. And then perhaps right there. And then I think somewhere maybe like here. Which is interesting to maybe look at from the yacht repair shop as well, like from the land points. I'm just gonna trust it though. I'm gonna trust that it looks great, which, you know, whenever I do that, usually doesn't actually work out all that well. I'm gonna trust it though. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the wooden fence with me and just put that down. And then we're gonna have to do some time travels again. Okay, not sure about these sizes because I think also could be quite large. Maybe this one here could be a third stage. So let's mark this one here. Okay, and then fence was kind of here. Like that, or a bit lower? Maybe a bit lower. Can I also still place it in the water? I can't really, all right. Okay, maybe like this, and then I use like a shell speaker here on that half tile. And maybe this can also be some fins. And then this here would be another dropped shell, but I, of course, do not have the correct... Oh, dang it. I don't have the correct color, but there's a couple of them over there. What was I missing? Oh, yeah, the shell speaker, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that and look at it. It's really not good that I'm like almost trying to hurry these things along now, because yeah, I don't know. This happens every time I finish an island though. Like the last few bits, I don't really like enjoy that much anymore for myself, like for the sake of decorating and in terms of like, oh, there's this one thing I want to build, and then I like look forward to kind of bringing it to life. But instead it's just a thing of like, okay, let's just get this done. And it always makes me feel a bit stressed, and then I don't know, I think it can be kind of an exhausting building process. Especially compared to like the start of an island when you're still very hyped for everything and you're just trying around with the theme and kind of finding codes that work and finding items that work, etc. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to soon having that again. I'd love to know, in case someone's still watching, is anyone starting a new island for the new year? Because I think I've seen a bunch of content creators do that, where they're all starting new islands for this year, which I feel like makes a lot of sense. I would love to know. Let me know in the comments, and also if you already have like a theme that you want to do, I also would love to know that as well. Okay, I will go switch this tree here because I already know that this is going to be a third stage now. Didn't like the fully grown one. That was like a tad too much. And then you know what I'm going to do is I'll just see you when the trees in the back that we just planted have all grown to like the stage that I kind of want them to be at. So we don't have to check back in and then I just plant like 2 saplings and then we time travel again. So I'm just gonna do all of that at once and I will see you back here when they're grown. And we are back. So I had one leftover coconut tree that I also decided to place right here. So now you even have to like squeeze to the side. So I'm actually trying to keep you out of the area, I think. But I think, you know, as unsure as I was planting all those trees, I think it actually sort of works. I'm not mad at it. I also think, you know, with the seagull shadows, I think it works out even though this coconut tree shadow is glitching into it a little bit. How rude. Also, you already know it. I got another pocket full of the flowers that I'm using. And I would say, once again, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. In this case, I don't even have like that many things to pay attention to because most of this is not going to be super visible. Plus, because this is all on the cliffs, I feel like we're not going to have too many problems with like double flowers. So I think I'm just going to go start with a blue one right here. And then maybe Lily of the Valley right here. I'm going to like try to not overthink the separate little flowers. Oh, I should get my little flower bags also, because this is definitely a moment where I could use them again. Okay, hold on. Maybe slight change of plans. And then this is a pink flower. And then maybe that won't be a flower, but this will be. And then this will obviously be like a different one. And I think we're going to go with the pansy here. What was I just saying about not overthinking all this? Yeah, I am very good at keeping my word, am I not? Okay, but back to the plan. Lily of the Valley just goes like in the center like this. And then I think we should have a, oh yeah, this can be wiped away for sure. And then this could be maybe a flower as well. And we're probably going to have one right there. Feel like that's gonna be okay. And then something just to the front here, like the pansies. And we're gonna have some more weeds right here. We're gonna have some weeds maybe right here. Actually, here could be fine too. Yeah, okay, let's kind of go with this maybe. This could even be closer to the front. And then they're not symmetrical. Okay, but can I stop having the light green ones now? Yeah, more like this. Okay. Okay, that's going to be a flower. And then I think we're going to have one here. Sort of in the back there, which I think... Okay, let's try with this being something blue. And then I think the one to the right-hand side is going to be a pink one. No, it's going to be... Sorry, it's going to be a white one. Like maybe a tulip. I feel like I haven't used a whole bunch of tulips just yet on the beach. Yeah, I think that's okay though. And then the one in the center could be a pink lily with another white one. maybe just behind here. Oh, dang it. I can't use this one on the beach. The buds won't really work on the beach because obviously it won't change. And I don't think that's great. Oh, I see. Okay, that's not the best spot for it. Instead, should we move this over here maybe? This one, I think. Okay, I like the general selection, I think, but let's swap the pink and the this white one here for like a better balance of the colors. Maybe? So wait, this one was supposed to be the pink one? And then the one in the front is going to be the white one. There we go. Yeah, I think that I prefer. Okay, and you know what? The rest is just going to be fillers again. And by fillers, I then of course mean like the weeds and stuff. So we'll go plant those. Let's put the pansies over here. And then we're going to have some weeds, just a bit more low key all the way over here. Yeah. Also maybe, can I plant them there? Okay. I thought maybe she would actually bury them in the hole, but because of the now I forgot the name of this item. Wave breaker. Because of the wave breaker, that probably didn't work. That was probably blocking the path. Okay, we're gonna do another flower start just all the way back here. And then, truth be told, I think that that's gonna be enough. Now, I could put something else on the rocks here. Now, I could maybe try to get like a turtle, but I'd have to fish one first or get them from a treasure island. But I think maybe I'll just choose to leave it like it is now. I think it's fine. Also, like I said, considering the fact that I'm basically trying to keep you out of the space, I think we're all good here. I think maybe this doesn't have to be something we worry about too much. Okay, that's, I think, a little bit too much diagonal. So maybe this is fine. Maybe this is just fine. And then we'll continue with this little area here. So I think this here should be something. There is something like pink in the background, so perhaps we opt for something white instead. And there is a hyacinth right here. I still have so many hyacinths left over though, so I feel like I need to start using them somewhere. But so maybe I can put one there, and maybe I can put a hyacinth here. And then let me see if I've used a mum anywhere close. I kind of have. But maybe I can put one here. Pink one. Oh, I have a pink mum right there. Okay, I see. Right, I don't mind the hyacinth, but you know what? Let's move it to the front here instead. We'll move it here. And then we'll swap out this one maybe with a blue one, which would probably have to be the windflower. And then this here could be the pink one, and this, maybe that would be okay as a mum. The problem is I literally have a pink windflower, a pink lily, and a pink hyacinth. Literally all of them are planted right here, so this would have to be a pink mum. And then I might just have to be fine with that. And then I could try to make this one a pansy. So it's a bit more of an attention-grabbing sort of greenery bit. And then the other parts around it are going to be little weeds again. By now, I feel like you know the drill. You kind of see what I mean when I say beach decorating. And that's it. That's it. I don't think any of this is room. Yeah, okay. Oh, here's a shell, so we can try out what I said earlier. I think it was this spot, wasn't it? So I thought about like dropping something right here. Yeah, because that's kind of cute. Kind of cute. All right. And then I maybe still have this part of the beach, which holds another tree and then a couple of flowers that need to be removed still. So let me go take care of that real quick. I'll just use one of these trees here, I think, so we can just focus and get that part of the beach done. And then we'll do this front part of the beach in the next episode. Okay, tree is planted, flowers are moved. Maybe there could be another small tree here. I think I actually want to try a second stage, just like there. So I'm gonna once again do a little bit of tree stealing, and I'll just grab this tiny one that I put down here earlier. Okay, I'll keep this open just in case, but I don't want to immediately replant in case I don't actually like the tree that I just put down. And of course I wipe away pathing, because what else is new? How surprising would it be if I actually didn't wipe away stuff? I feel like this happens to everyone who plays Animal Crossing. I mean, if anyone watching has never accidentally wiped away a custom design code, then I mean, we might just declare you the winner of Animal Crossing, like, right this second. Oh, yeah, that's cute. I want that. Okay, we're gonna do that. Which means, so that future Million does not forget, we are gonna immediately replant... Oh my god, was that here? It was here, I think. We're immediately gonna replant this, so I need a coconut. I need a coconut. Plant this here, please. And then also, so I don't forget what stage this was and what my plans were here, I will put down my little help for the stage. Okay, all of this, like I said, is going to be next episode. I hope that I can get all of that done in one. And then I don't know how long today's episode already is, but it's okay. We'll hustle through. These are the episodes where we're gonna be here until we're done. We're gonna have to stay here until we have this finished. That's just how it will have to be. Okay, I actually wanted this to be a tile further back in case it's possible. Oh yeah, because I was like, wait, I thought it was. Okay. So once again, we've got some fillers. Perhaps someone wandered up here and just put a little heart shape here. I was just thinking of putting more seagulls down, but maybe we can just have a little heart shape. And then I kind of don't love this one being in front of the tree, I have to say. So I don't know if maybe we just put it next to it here. That I can do another flower like behind the heart. And then maybe here. No. No, maybe here. Maybe that's a flower. Okay, I once again want to try... I know that there's a blue hyacinth, but I want to try pink hyacinth here. And then I think I want to try a Cosmo right there. And I need to remember to put down my little nursery pair. And then maybe Lily of the Valley. I like this one on the beach. Because it's a little bit more like understated, but like very cute. Oh wait, Cosmos are like right there, so this should be something else probably. This would be the mum sprouts, and then this could be the pansy sprouts. And then obviously, since we've got that little sapling there, we've got a little bit more greenery going on in this area. We could also place this diagonally from the tree, just towards like this area. I think that kind of spaces out the green a little bit more though, so that's good. I'm always a fan of that. Actually, I don't know. I would say like I'm a fan of just plastering everything with green, to be honest. I have way too many like island theme ideas that just involve the color green and like no other specifications because it's just my favorite color for sure. Okay, thank you. That's where I wanted that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then we're gonna have some more sprouts. Can I maybe get away with... Oh, can I now get away with the Cosmo sprouts here? Yes. All right. And then this could be the next flower. This could maybe be something pink again. We could also switch the pink and the white, to be fair. Which then might make the other one better. Okay, give me a second. We'll try it out. Pink hyacinth, correct? I think that was a pink hyacinth. And then this was the white Cosmo. Yeah. Or then this could be something blue? No, probably not blue. No, let's do something pink now. Okay, how about the lily? Okay, and then perhaps this will be it for now, just because, you know, everything else will like be adjacent. Did I stunt this tree again? Yeah, everything else will be once again adjacent to like a piece of land, and because I haven't planted the flowers there just yet, and as you can see, it's still kind of serving as my flower storage, this could be a little bit too confusing. All right, what a journey today. I think this is where I will leave it. I am interested to see if the next episode will be incredibly long, being the last one where we still have to finish all those open things. But for now, I will say thank you so much for hanging out with me as I worked through a bunch of these beaches. Like I said, they're pretty basic. They're pretty like natural, overgrown, and just a few flowers here and there. But I think at the end of the day, I'm still sort of happy with it. I'm happy that at least they feel sort of done. And they feel sort of like they match the theme, which was like the most important to me. So I'm going to declare this as okay. I'm going to declare this as we did a good job, and everything else that still needs to be done, we'll do a good job on next episode, which should be along hopefully later this week, which will be the last one of this Let's Play, which is absolutely wild to me. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe because, you know, there's one more episode to come as well as an island tour. And then I will hopefully see you in the next video. All right. Bye, everyone.